All right, Nigerians, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. We are here again today. We're going to be talking about the things that is affecting you and I. Today is 7th May 2022. Thank you very much for joining us. Happy weekend to every one of you. We're just going to go straight to the point. You know, as you all know, the Asuu strike have been going on now for a while. The Nigerian government have been playing with our intelligence. They've been playing with our life, our future, and also playing with our children's future. So we're going to be talking because we have some guests that's going to be joining us right now, which they are going to be letting us know how this all started, how it's going, and what is our hope. Although Nigerian government have responded to this, which I'm also going to be showcasing right now to you all to know, because as you know, they have always been responding when we pull out a crowd, strike and all that. They respond, you know, in the sarcastic way, you know, hoping that they can continue to deceive us in a postmodern world. Thank you very much, my people, for joining us. On the comment section, I can see I don't like what's right there for joining us. Thank you very much. Good morning. Happy weekend. Mommy Diaspora, mother of all, thanks for joining us. Good morning to you, Mommy. Appreciate your time with us right now. I can see social media peacemaker right there on the comment section. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's do this. I'm going to be welcoming in my guests right now. I have a couple of them in the backstage. Let me start by that. Please, my guests, if you have any noise that will distract you on your end, please turn everything off. You know, because you are not on the screen yet, turn everything off, and all we want to hear is just your voice. If you can do that, I really, really appreciate that. Thank you very much. We have Comrade Machar right there with us. Comrade Machar, we'd like to see your face. Thank you very much for joining us. Good morning to you. How are you doing today? Please unmute yourself, Comrade Machar. Are you there with us? Okay, Comrade Machar, you are not there, but you are... I can't hear anything from you, but hopefully you join us later on. I can see Angela with us. Angela, thank you for joining us. Good morning to you. How are you doing today? Okay. Next. Can you hear me? Yeah, I think your network is not very, very... Oh, wow. Angela, you talk. I'm struggling with your network. Angela, I want you to sort that out and rejoin us again because we can't hear you at all. Okay? I'll put you back on the backstage right now so you can sort out your network. We have Comrade Abuma. I can't really see the full name right there, but let's see. Okay, Comrade Abuma Ray Joseph. Thank you very much for joining us. Please unmute yourself.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning. Yes, now I can talk to somebody. Okay, your network is good. How you doing, my brother? Where are you joining us from?
I'm from Edo State.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to mute you right now. Let me see if I can welcome others in. Then we take
Okay.
it from there. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. We have Comrade Famous. You're trying to join us, but you need to turn on your device, your mic. Please click on your mic so that you can be accepted into the studio. You turn off your mic and camera. Please turn it on. If not, I cannot accept you because it's not allowing me to accept you right here. Angela, I really want to have you on this show. Your network, I just hope is going to allow us to do this. Let me see if we can hear you this time. Angela, can you hear me? Oh, your network. Okay, Angela, what you need to do, I don't know if you have another network you can switch to. Okay, rejoin again, take it off, turn off your phone or something and rejoin us again. I think that might help. Let me remove you from the screen. Comrade Famous, please turn on your mic and camera. You know, I have to remove you right now so that you can sort that out as well. Comrade Macha, you are not responding. You are there with us. Please, can you unmute yourself if you can hear me? Comrade Macha. The only person right now that is responding, hearing us, his network is good, is Comrade Abomare. I don't know what is happening with others. Okay, Comrade Masha, I'm going to be removing you as well. Please sort yourself out and rejoin us again. All right. Before that, let's talk to Comrade Abomare. Comrade Abomare, thank you very much. Please, can you tell us about yourself?
Good morning, everybody. I'm Comrade Abumere Joseph. I'm from Abrusali University here in Edo State. I'm the SUG Elecon Secretary General of the Student Union Government.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you very much for joining us as you are here because we're going to be talking about the Asuu strike, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. We have someone else here with us already. Comrade Abumari, I'm going to mute you for a second, okay?
Okay.
All right. We have someone here with us, Comrade Obasi. Comrade Obasi, I hope your network is going to allow us to do this. Okay, let me try. Good morning to you, Comrade Obasi. Thanks for joining us. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. Good morning, sir.
Okay, good morning to you. Thank you. At least your network is good. At least I'm winning. I have two people that I can actually talk to right now. Please, Comrade Obasi, please tell us about yourself, where you join us from.
My name is Comrade Confidence Obasi. I was the one-time SUG Director of Sports, University of Benin, 2018-2019 academic section. And I'm joining you from Isiyo, Benin City, Edo State.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much, Comrade Obasi. I'm going to mute you for a second. I'll be coming back to you all again. We have my co-admin here with me, my team. Leftist Amawosa Igbidomaya. Leftist Amawosa, thanks for joining us. How are you doing?
Good morning, all. I'm doing very great. Happy weekend.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right. Because we are still waiting for more comrades, because I can see now some of my panelists already saying if I can post the link out for them to join this. Yes, I'll be putting the link right on the comment section soon. But the reason why I cannot put it right now, so that I can have a place for the comrades first. Because if I put it on the screen, on the comment section right now, it's going to be filled up immediately. Then the comrades will not have any seats left. Now, Angela, let's see if we can talk to you this time. Thanks for joining us again. You are struggling. You are seriously struggling with your network. And I want I want your network to work. Angela, your network must work. Okay. I don't know why this is happening. Okay. At least
I can hear you.
you can hear me. Okay, good. Now you can hear me. We will take it from there. Let me mute you for now. Comrade Ajola, and we'll be coming back to you. All right, just mute yourself. The network is still very to mute you is even a problem. Can you mute yourself? Mute yourself. I'm hearing myself back. I can't even mute him, because the network is not allowing me to do that. Try to mute yourself over there if you can do that, please. Oh, wow. Okay. Please, guys, just bear with us. Help us to share, hit the like button. Let's talk about the things that is affecting our Nigerian students right now. That's what we're going to be discussing right away. We're going to try to make this quick as possible within the next 30 to 35 minutes. Then we round up on this. Meanwhile, the Nigerian government have responded to all this that is currently going on right now. Please hit the like button, help us to share. Or we can see more people are not really watching us right now. Please give me 1 minute. Okay, let's see who's joining us again. All right, people, just bear with me because I can see other comrades that are struggling to join us right now. And leftist, I was just lost you as well. I don't know what's happening with the network in Benin City or Edo State right there. I'm actually broadcasting right from Lagos. My network is good. What's happening in Edo State? Should we call Obaseki for this again? I don't know. Okay, let me see. Leftist, join us again. Let's do this because we really need to do this, to be honest. We really need to do this. One minute, my people. Okay, Angela just rejoined us again. Hopefully, we can hear you soon, but let's just see. Please bear with me. Please help us to share. Let's give awareness to this because I can see that we don't have enough people because you guys like politics a lot. Fine. But these are the things that is affecting our students right now. We must talk about it together, and these same devilish politicians are the ones causing these pains for every one of us. Please, let's do this together, my people. We have more. Okay, leftist is back with us again. Okay, wonderful. All right, I think we should move on. If maybe later on the other comrades can join us. At the moment, I think we are wasting more time because we've been here now for the past 12 minutes and stay counting. All right, now before I start asking questions and all that, let me go through the response from the federal government. As you can see on the screen right there, strike. Federal government Asuu to resume talks next week. I'm going to read from here. Just hold on. Let me read from here so that I can let you guys know what the government is currently saying so that the students can as well counter them. If you believe in them, if you trust their words, let's hear from the student as well. But the federal government have responded, like I said before. Let me read from here. The federal government and the striking academic staff union of universities would resume talk next week with a view to ending the prolonged closure of public universities. The Minister of Labor and Employment, Senator Chris Ngige, said this at a meeting between the government side and striking National Association of Academic Technologists. Ngige noted that the multiple industrial disputes in the education sector could have been averted if the unions in the sector took advantage of its open door policy, like the health unions, which could culminate in the peace currently enjoyed in the health sector. According to the statement on Friday by the acting head press and public relations, Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment, Patience Onuobia, and the minister who are also decried the rivalry between the education unions, made it clear that everybody is important in the university system. I'm not sure if everybody is important because most of their children are studying abroad. He assured that the government was tackling all the disputes in education sector holistically, knowing fully well that none of the unions could function effectively without the other union. He said, and I quote, "If you are from any union, you don't need to book appointment to see me." The doctor started using that advantage. Johesu also did the same. That is why the health sector is quiet, but the education unions don't take advantage of my open door policy. We don't have to cry over spiked milk. Let us look at your issues to see the ones we can handle immediately, the ones we can do in the medium term, and the ones we can do in the long term. There are certain ones that are over and above me that are not in my hands to do. My job is to prepare an agreement after conciliation on what you have agreed with your employers. The Federal Ministry of Education put timelines and monitor them to see whether the results will be there. Anyway, I'm going to stop right there because they were talking and talking and talking and talking. We have more comrades joining us right now. Let me see. Comrade Angela, Ajola, can you hear me? What's happening? All of you are struggling with your network right now. What's happening? Even lefties, what's happening with your network? Why do you keep going and coming back?
The network is so bad here. The weather is unstable.
Okay. Wow.
The weather is unstable here. Well, I'm swapping now. I'm changing to other network right now.
Please do, because this network is affecting every one of you. I can see Comrade Famous. You are not turning on your mic and camera. You must do that. If you are Comrade Angela, if you are watching me from another device, turn that completely down. Turn that completely down. I'm hearing my voice back from your end. Your network is so bad. I don't know. I think you need to change maybe your location, move away from your room and all that. I don't know how we need to just move on right now. Okay, leftists, I guess you are good now.
Yes.
You
I'm
are
good.
So we are good to go, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, leftists, I would like you to take us through on this before we start asking questions. Go ahead, take the floor.
Good morning, everyone in the house. Actually, I want to appreciate the student and the ex student in the house. This Asuu and the federal government romance has lingered for a longer time. I may actually, in this program, be saying that we have two types of war in this country: the war between the very rich and the very poor. Like I said, this whole problem is a script written for us. And the writer is so perfect that we are just the one acting it without also trying to practice it. We just key into their plan. You see, there's a lot of issues against us. It's the palace coup against the children on the call of nobody. They have also given us names like the common Nigerians, as you can see. There are some real Nigerians, and the elite are the real Nigerians. They take their children out of this shore and ensure that they are educated and they get their degree on time. While in Nigeria, we have a restricted time you can work. I think around the age of 35 or 30 years or so, you'll be able to also have 5 years experience within that range. Then they are killing our education because they also see that education is one of the most viable tools. When you give a child education, you are prepared that child for life. And they are now afraid of the children of the commoner because of their desire to learn, desire to gain more knowledge. And they are trying to reduce the space of the poor so that we become so poor and they will not be dictating for us. What they are doing is that our grandfather have served their grandfather. Our own father has also served the other set. And those ones we are serving now, they are raising their own children so that we can come and be serving them. It's actually a coup against the poor. And also at this point, I wish to appreciate the Unity students who came out from Edo State and said enough is enough. And for a long time, I think I've not seen the kind of strength that I've seen in these students that I'm talking to right now. They are small package with a very large content, honestly, and they are wonderful. So I decided that they must come to this platform. They come and tell the world and what is actually happening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. I'm going to move straight to Comrade Abumere. Comrade
Yeah.
Abumere, I just unmuted you.
Okay.
I heard what the federal government are trying to say because they've responded that they're going to have a talk with the student or the strike next week. What is your take on that? Can you take us through what you all are currently facing in Nigeria right now?
Good morning, everybody, and I want to thank the host for having me. It's a big honor.
Thank you.
It's a shame. I will say it again. It's a shame that our government has failed us. They have failed us woefully. Even if you have an issue with an elderly man or a woman, common sense will tell you that you should settle it very, very well without affecting the children. Hope you can hear me, sir.
Yes, of course. Very clear.
Yeah. Common sense will tell you that you will settle it very well without affecting the children. The moment the two parties cannot settle their grievances, the children suffers. And that is what we, the students in Nigeria, are facing today. We have now become a laughing stock in the eyes of other nations of the world. Even our fellow African nations, the students over there, they have turned us into a laughing stock. Why? Because it is now a tradition that almost every year Nigerian universities will be on strike. Students no longer have access to perfect education any longer. Now the question is, how can we have a perfect education whereby each day, each moment, each hour, each year we are being eaten by strike? It is very, very, very bad and absurd. So when the federal government are saying that they want to call back to the negotiation table, I laugh. Why? Because I see this as a joke. To me
Same here.
personally, I see it as a joke. Why? Because several times they have tried to call or they have called, and we have not seen one solution. We have not seen one solution. Neither have we seen any improvement in the educational system. I will still say this: even if the strike is called off, mark this, we will still go back to strike again. Why? Because 2023 election is close and everybody wants to have a good name, and they will try their possible best to just allow things to come in their favor, and after that, when the agreement is not acceptable to both parties, then another one will say let's go back on strike. And this is not good for our system. Number one, it's not good for the educational system, it's not good for the economy, it's not good for the future of Nigeria. It's not good. I am a 400 level student and I've been in 400 level for close to 2 years. It's bad. I think
Very bad.
I was supposed to graduate according to my school calendar. I was supposed to graduate by April.
This year.
By April, because yeah, April this year. So nothing happened. Now let me just take you back. Let me take you back. 2020 we had coronavirus, and 2021 we all came back to school. So the sets that could not graduated 2020 have to graduate 2021. So the sets that are supposed to graduate 2021 are the ones that are supposed to graduate April. But no, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. My younger brother asked me one day, now 10 years you want spend for one course? I was just laughing. Why? Because the system is dead. To me, I don't see any fruitfulness in this. Even if there will be a fruit, but at the end there will not be a fruit. Why? Because a time will come, we will still go back to the street again and still protest. Why? Strike. So sir, I don't see anything good coming out of this government. Thank you.
Wow. Don't see anything good coming out of this government. I will say, me myself, I don't see anything good coming out from this devilish government. I label them as devilish. I don't. They are wicked. They have caused us the pains. Through the creation of this country, this
Yes.
country.
Yeah.
So they are devilish. All right. All right. Let's move on to before we come back to Angela. Let's please let me mute. Okay. Let's go to Comrade Obasi. Comrade Obasi, thanks for joining us once again. Please, I would like you to talk to us. What is going on? What do we have hope at all?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I thank God for this opportunity. And please don't mind my voice because of the protest that we have
Yeah,
been.
that's fine. We can hear you.
Exactly. The protest also has continued yesterday, but we decided to allow those who are writing jam to write their jam. So we'll probably resume on Monday until our voices are heard. It is laughable when you see our ministers who are supposed to be, who are educated, because let's say they have been in doubt that our president is not educated. But I believe even if a president is not educated, those working around him, we know that they're educated by their portfolios, but they are not acting as one. Now, it is laughable when somebody will come and tell me open door policy, that the Asuu should give them open door policy. The question is, what open door policy can they give you after you have agreed in 2009? There was an agreement. So what open door policy do you want them to give again? To come back to a negotiation table. The question is, why was there an agreement in 2009? And whether you like it or not, if you trace the leadership of 2009, most of them are still in this same leadership, whether we like it or not. So now let them not tell us it's past government that made the promises and all that. And an inherited government, when you inherit a government, you inherit whatever problem they left, you inherit whatever debt that they have on ground, you inherit whatever agreement they have made. It's not left for you as a leader to have people who has your interest at heart. Because as far as I'm concerned, if President Buhari is listening to this, I will tell him that all your ministers do not have your interest at heart. That's all the truth. As far as I'm concerned, they don't have your interest at heart as a president. If not, you are failing in all ramification. Economically, you are failing. In all part and sector, in security, you have failed. In education, they are supposed to even have helped us. Let's say that in education, you are supposed to have been in a aim of education, being that your vice president is a professor. That's just what even give me this issue of, I'm wondering who gave our vice president professor title, because we haven't seen him perform in that capacity. We haven't seen perform in that capacity. So as this issue of strike is going on, the federal government cannot deceive us again. And before I continue, I want to say this as an advice to Asuu. Asuu, please take whatever you are demanding for before coming back. Because after you come back, after they've given you peanuts, and I can hear that I saw some news, I don't know how true it is, they started sharing money to some universities and all that. Whatever reason that make you go on strike or that will make you go strike in the nearest future, please collect everything before coming back. Because if you eventually come back and tell us by next semester or next year that you are going back to strike, we will now face Asuu and leave federal government. Enough of this game. Because sometimes I feel that this is a dice. They're playing not like Ludo. They're playing the student like Ludo. I'm supposed to have finished my master's by now. But because of the Eastern strike, even when coronavirus was on, there's no coronavirus is not, it's not even an excuse, because some university, the University of Benin, were adapting online method of teaching. But the strike came in and breached that. They were not teaching at all. So it's the strike, not coronavirus. I won't blame the coronavirus. So Asuu, please, whatever reason that make you go on strike or will make you go on strike in the nearest future, avoid it and collect whatever it is before coming back. Don't collect peanuts and in the nearest future you tell us you're going on strike. By that time, we will face Asuu. You will teach whether you like it or not, by fire, by thunder, because we'll come to your various houses. You will not have peace. That's just the truth. Because enough
Yes,
of this game people are playing with our lives.
they will
When you go
never
on
have.
strike, we try to help you, we try to protest. Then at the end of the day, you call off strike with peanut that has been given to you, and in the nearest future, you come up and say you are going on strike. The question is this your strike? Is it political, or just want to suffocate us, or is it wickedness? Because I don't see why you would call off a strike. Like that's when I was in the union 2018 to 19. We could remember when we had a meeting with Asuu in auditorium University of Benin. We practically made a statement that please sir, we would want Asuu to collect whatever they need. We doesn't mind. I know I'm in my final year. I doesn't mind spending extra years to ensure that when the people come back, whoever enters 100 level will know that I have 400 level, 400, I mean 4 years to leave the school. Whoever is doing 6 courses, we have in mind, so, oh, when I'm entering school in the next 6 years, I am done with school. But we found out that at the end of the day, the government will always share their peanuts to them, and some of them will come back. Elmo just manage and let's manage it and come back. And then when you are managing the next semester, you hit the strike. Between 2018, 2019 till now, ASUU has got more than TV strike.
Kai.
We don't understand. So is it a joke? Are they joking with us? So the negotiation table is inconsequential because there have been a negotiation. You people ask them to give you people say the strike, the ASUU said they don't want IPPIS, that they want U-tax. And then the government, I believe they agreed about that U-tax. They said that they've not they've test run it. Some say they've not test run it, that it will work, it will not work. As we speak now, the federal universities are understaffed. They are highly understaffed. Now you see a university, a state, a lecturer teaching in University of Benin. We have another university or college of education where it's going to teach, because these people are understaffed. They've put ban on employment for the universities. Universities are very, very much understaffed, and the lecturers are the ones suffering it. The educational system has not been revitalized at all. Now, when we are talking about revitalization, we are not telling federal government to come and build buildings for us. It is far better, it's far more than building. The equipment that we need. Look at, we have a university teaching school, University of Benin. They don't have a MRI machine, that is mechanical radio image machine, that is used for scanning. It's not X-ray, so called deep scanning. And when you go there, I had an injury on my knee. I have an injury on my knee. I have an injury on my knee that I needed to scan. They asked me to go and do it in a private university, but I'm taking treatment in University of Benin Teaching Hospital. I went to they asked me to go and do it in a private university, Fed Medics. When I got there, I discovered that the treatment, just the scan, is 120,000 naira. Just the scan. And our university teaching hospital cannot afford this machine. My question is, how do those who read medics, orthopedicians, those who will major in orthopedics, how would they learn these machines and be able to use it? This is where revitalization comes in, the equipment. Then secondly, the the nature or the quality of the lecturers. Is it only in Nigeria that you see a student will ask a lecturer, sir, I don't understand this question, and the lecturer will say, you, hey, get out of my class? Or he will tell you, do you have your ear on your eyes? But when you see, you're watching education in America, see somebody will ask a stupid question, a lecturer will see a reason to answer that question without having to insult that person. So our lecturers need, should I say, they need a workshop on how to treat and manage students. Because this is how they were trained in Nigeria. They become a lecturer, they now carry that attitude and pour it on their student, and that student will now learn in that manner and become a lecturer and start reacting that way. So they need workshop. Our lecturers need workshop. They need research. They need to be given money to do proper research. That's just the truth. That's what
Thank
they
you.
ask. They are not asking for much. I think I'm taking time. Let me just round up. Let me round up. So the federal government should go and do the needful. Revitalize. If you know whatever they put in 2009, just do it. That's all they need. By the time you do it, we know that at least you have managed not to fail in one. You're only advising Mr. President. You have failed in all ramification. Don't fail in education, please. Well, that's what we are about. Just let it be one good thing that you did for us. Don't fail in education. Let it be one thing that we say, okay, you have done for us, and then at least he failed in everything, but at last lap of his administration was able to revitalize the educational system. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. Thank you very much for that nation, for letting us know your plight and the plight of the common Nigerians. We all are on this together. Trust me, we are on this together. Nothing good is coming out of Nigeria. That's just the truth. I'm broadcasting live right now from Lagos, but I can let you know that nothing is absolutely working in Nigeria at all. Most of my friends asking me, what am I doing in Nigeria? Although it's our country, we love our country. It's just that we are unlucky to have this devilish, wicked, satanic government. That's why we all are on this. Sometimes when you see the youth clamoring, recycling this devilish government, I look at them and I shake my head. What is going on? How long are we all going to continue to pass through these excruciating pains? We all have been passing through this. Our parents, our forefathers have been passing through it. They died, they left. Our parents, same thing. We all are on it right now. What about our own children? How long are we going to continue like this? It's very, very painful. It touched my heart when I see protests is going on. The Nigerian government, they don't care about the future of the Nigerians. They don't care about us. Their children studied abroad. They are studying in abroad. They have the best education ever. Just watch my brother Abu Mary was talking earlier on, saying that he's supposed to graduate, in this of April. But just look the hindrances this devilish satanic government have caused within. How long are we going to continue like this? The painful part of it that when you try to talk to educate some of our youth, they will counter you. They will tell you to shut up. That what are you talking about? Look, now we have 2023 around the corner. All of them are coming out now, clamoring. They want to become our president. Some of our youth are already clamoring, campaigning, shouting, pushing these devilish people forward. For example, Amoyele Sowore is there. None of the youth most of the youth are not clamoring for him because they believe, no need. They want Tinubu to take over. Tinubu have been ruling us. He's been part of this devilish government, satanic government that have been ruling us now for the past almost 8 years. Tell me almost all the aspirants that are coming presidential aspirants that are coming out right now. Tell me which one that have not ruled us before. 95% of all of them talking right now, clamoring, buying form for 100 million naira. They have previously ruled us before, directly or indirectly. How do you want to trust people like this? It's so sad. When I see some of our youth, they see me, my chairman, my creator, my this, can you support me? I don't want to support you because most of you are still sleeping. I cannot continue to put my hand in my pocket and gift you money. At the end, you don't have sense. I studied in the United Kingdom. When I started my course, as I started, straight to the duration and I finished. Nothing hindered my day, my time, nothing at all. So how long are we going to continue like this? It's painful. When I see things like this, my heart bleeds. Check most of our media platforms. Many of them have been compromised. Many. Check most of our mainstream medias. Many of them have been compromised, if not all. When they are talking about the things that is affecting Nigerians, they will be blabbing. You see them blabbing, bypassing, because they don't want to go straight to the point. Exactly how my sister was talking just now, Comrade Obasi. You can never see anybody, any of this mainstream media talking. They will talk like the way she was talking, or the way my brother Abumere was talking, or the way I'm talking right now. No. Do you know why? They have been compromised. I don't even know how we need to change this. I don't know. I'm already playing my own part. I don't like this devilish government. Someone was telling me the other day, you travel a lot, they might arrest you in the airport. Then, who cares? They are devilish. How else do you want me to describe this satanic government? How? They are devilish. The only thing they care for is their immediate family and their extended family, and some of their satanic well-wishers. They don't care about you and I. It's the truth. Nothing is working in Nigeria. No light, no road, no security. Nothing is out. Just check what happened yesterday. Just because of one current or whatever, all the bulbs in my house blown up. All. My computer, the battery, the charger blow up. I bought it 100,000 naira yesterday. My charger, the charger of my MacBook. I bought it 100,000 naira. This is what destroyed. I don't even know if it's. Let me show you what destroyed if it's here. Because I need to show it on air. This is it. For those of you that use MacBook, this is it. This is it. I have to rush to go buy this thing yesterday to join the debate. 100,000 naira I paid for it. Just because of failure of the government. Growing up in United Kingdom, all the decades I've been in United Kingdom, I've never seen a blackout for 2 seconds. I mean, I'm not saying 1 minute, 2 seconds. I've never. Everybody's complaining. Nothing is working. Nothing. How long are we going to continue like this? Then you see some of our diasporans who lives abroad, they'll come to the comment section and be saying, stop insulting the government. Stop talking to the government like that. Can you imagine? For example, now in Edo State, tell me how many governors, how many past governors have ruled Edo State that lives in Edo State? How many of them? When they finish ruling after 8 years, they move to Abuja. And you are telling me these people cares about us? Watch out. When Obaseki finishes his tenure, he will not live in Edo State. In fact, Obaseki is not living in Edo State right now. Obaseki lives in Lagos. His wife permanently lives in Lagos. His wife is still working in Lagos. Obaseki spent 4 days in Lagos in a week. Quote me wrong. I was born into politics. I know these people. I know how they work. I choose to fight against them. I don't like them. Yes, some of you might think now, oh, don't speak about the government like that. Don't talk this. You will die. You will still die if you are silent. It doesn't matter. Do you know how many people that have died since January till now? Statistically, do you know how many of them in that margin that were silent, but they still died? What are we talking about? Say the truth. Say it, Iris. The parents of our students is affecting me. If I was to study in Nigeria, that means this is what I would have passed through or be passing through. Comrade Abumere, thanks for joining back again. I think you were having some network with your system right there. So I will leave the system right now for all of you to talk because I need to take a minute off. But leftist Ama Osa will take over from me now. Go ahead.
I should go ahead, please.
Yes, just go ahead. When you want the next person to talk, please just do that. I think 1 minute or 2 minutes to discuss something right here.
Okay. So I take the floor now. Before I start asking questions again, I think as a youth and as a young Nigerian, I think it's a collective obligation at this stage to change the narrative. I think we'll have to start interrogating our system and also watch out for those who will elect into political position. And apart from also watch out, we should also be having interest in the process which they are elected. Because if you look at the process which those people are resettling themselves, they like a kind of gang up within themselves and say, okay, you can go, you can go. You see, taking the form, I never knew before in this country you can just be kicking 100 million on the street. For APC alone, we had about 17 contestants who has paid 100 million naira each times 17. That's a lot of money. I don't think ASU needs up to that amount to solve their own problem as people. I think we have to involve in it and also start hello. We should start interrogating the system and start asking questions, interrogation, and things that affect us as people. This is a fight to finish because the rich now they are not afraid of the poor, the children of the poor, because the children of the poor now desire more of education because they know the effect of educating a child. And like what you always say, what you said about 2 days ago, I'm talking to you, come be confident. In quote, you said when you educate when you educate a nation, you have actually built a nation at that point. You can see that all these problems we are facing are created. And I want to pose this question to Mr. Bumere. How do we get out of this problem?
Let me laugh. Let me laugh, man. Senior comrade of Asuu, greetings, Mama. God bless you for what you are doing. I can remember I saw you on the protest ground.
She
I don't
was
know
she
if
was
you saw.
present. She was
Yes, I
always
saw
there.
her. I saw her. This question that you're asking me,
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Why? Because the reason is this: even if we give this idea every day, they will
Yeah.
not listen. They will not listen. And even if they try to listen, they will first of all attack us. And when
Yes.
they later listen, they will claim all glory without thanking Nigerians for giving them the idea. Now,
Yes.
let me quickly say this. I made mention on the day of the protest when you interviewed me. I said
Yeah.
if we must have a sound educational system, the government must invest in education
Yeah. You
for
said
us to
so.
have that educational system. That was what I said.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
the question that I want to throw: are they investing? How much are they investing in education? I think if I am wrong or correct, if I am wrong, please correct me. I heard that
Yeah.
there is a budget that is allocated to education, whether 20%, is it
Yes.
20 or 24?
I think it's even less than that.
Okay, now even if it's
It's
less than
even
that,
less than that.
education should be increased. The percentage, the budget for education should be increased. Now, how can transport, we know we need transportation, it's good, but how can transportation, the budget for transportation be more higher than education? How? That means you want to tell me that me going to school here in Nigeria, I'm a fool.
Yes.
Now let me quickly say this: I have a friend who was in Nigeria before, and because of this continuous strike, she decided to go to Ghana.
Yes.
And by God's grace, She graduated from Ghana last year, Ghana University. She graduated from
Okay.
Ghana last year. Then, to be all sincere, na me first I enter school. When I come to Pidgin, na me first that girl enter school,
And you are still struggling with your own
and
now.
I'm still struggling. So, according to what one of my comrades said on Wednesday, he said,
Yeah.
and I quote, he said ID card don first and graduate.
Yes. I remember. I remembered.
Sincerely, sincerely, this thing is very, very bad. Like what my sister was saying just now, that if you go to our health center in school, sorry, the teaching hospital in school, you discover that there are no equipments. There are no equipments any longer. Now, what are they
Yeah.
using the money for? What are they using the money for in our federal institutions, in our schools? What are they using the money for? Now, the Minister of Education states purchase a phone for 100 million.
Yeah.
Now, if he can purchase a phone for 100 million, why can't they pay these people? Why can't they give them the agreement which they agreed 2009? Why can't they come together and say, okay, though it was not us that made this agreement with you, but
Yeah.
common sense will let us know that government is continuous. Government does not end. Where I stop, that is where you continue. Where you stop, that is where she will continue. That is government. Government does not end, it continues. Now, it is now the
Yeah.
duty of
Yeah.
this government to put it on their head to settle the agreement that was made 2009.
Yeah.
Now, let me quickly say this. The governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai, his son
Yes.
just graduated and he posted it. He was happy. Yes, it is good. It is the joy of a father to see his son to be happy, sorry, to graduate. It's the joy of the
Yes.
father. It's very, very good. But the question is this: what happens to the poor masses? If a friend of mine lost his father January 7,
Okay.
and before his father died, his father made this statement because I was with him in the hospital. This was the statement that his late father made. How I wish I can witness your graduation. That was the statement the man made before he died. Now, that man will not see his child graduate. And now the child has not even graduated. Why? Because the government of the day has failed us. Now, the 2023 election is coming.
Yes.
It's now time for us as students. We should all come out together. I want to publicly thank my very own brother, Foster of the University, Unibet president. I want to thank him because myself and him, we have been discussing and it has gained good fruit.
Yeah.
The reason is this: if students in Nigeria can come together the way Uniben, AU, Auchi, other institutions came together on Wednesday, it will give fruit. The government will
Yes.
hear us. If students in Nigeria, in 36 states in Nigeria, including the capital territory, come out en masse and say no, 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 the government will hear us. And even if they fail to come to our demands, we will still continue to storm the streets until our demands are met.
Amen. Yes.
Now, my auntie said something just now. This will be my last statement. She said something just now. She said that she is doing her masters. Now, imagine masters is supposed to take 16. Oh, sorry, it's not 16 months. If I'm correct, 16 months, maybe
It's not
16
18
months, right?
months.
Is it 16 months?
Hello. It should be 18. Are you there, Abasi? Abasi, are you
18.
there? 18,
13.
yes.
Yes. It's 18
Okay,
months.
13
13,
months.
okay.
Now,
Okay.
13 months.
See,
And okay,
18,
and if you look
18.
at it, okay, and if you look at it very well, she has stayed above that time, which is bad. What did we do?
Yes.
Who did we offend? Is it a crime to study in Nigeria? Is it a crime to have an admission in university in Nigeria? We have parents who are civil servants, they are not even paid. Recently, some teachers in some states, their salary were slashed. Some persons were not even paid December salary. Like what I heard, so
Yes.
the security forces, some security forces in Nigeria, they were not paid December salary. And these are fathers and mothers who train their children in school. The minimum wage, it does not have anything to to sustain. No, the minimum wage is
Yes.
poor. Everything is poor. House rent has expired in school, and students will still pay house rent. The question I want to ask: who did we offend? Who did we offend? Now, this is what I will say before I will mute myself. If the federal government does not want to man up to accept responsibility, they should resign. They should forget about their primary election. I don't care whether they are in PDP, they are in APC, or they are in any political party. But what I believe that if you have the students at heart, if you have Nigerians at heart, you must sacrifice your time to protect the interests of Nigerians. So it is high time our leaders understand that we are no longer happy with them. The time
Yes.
of look and see and chook hands in our eyes or hit our eyes has ended. So, no, if they don't call off the strike, they should get prepared because Nigerian students they will storm their primary elections all over the state if care is not taken. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abumere, for taking us through that line. The next one is to my sister here, Comrade Confidence Abasi. Now that we have those who do not actually believe in this system, how do we ensure that we have a balanced system to avoid this kind of situation we find ourselves now? Are you there with me? Hello, Abasi.
I am
Hello.
with you.
You heard my question.
No, please, can you repeat the question, sir?
Yeah. I said, now that we have those who are elected into offices, those who do not actually believe in the system, what do we do to ensure that we avoid this kind of situation we find ourselves now?
Well, I will tell you that 100% of Nigerians don't believe
Yeah.
in this system, including you, except you are lying to yourself. Because I want to start with United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organizations percentage of educational allocation. It
Yeah.
says that
Yeah.
every country, and Nigeria is part of that organization. Every country should at least put its 26% budget on education, and Nigeria is only applying 6.7% on their educational system. So you see, if you actually want this system to work, there's nothing wrong
Yeah.
applying 26%. Okay, let's just say let them apply 20% first. If they cannot apply
Yes.
26% because of their flimsy excuses, they should at least apply 15 to 20 percentage out of 26%, according to UNESCO. Because Nigeria is not bigger than, I mean, they call them giant of Africa. but I don't see anything giant in us. The only place where we are giant is in corruption. That's where our giantism came from. That's the only way we can boast that we are giant of Africa. Last time I still maintain and I still believe that a healthy nation depends on healthy education. If you don't have
Yes.
a healthy education in any country system, it means that you will have a sick system. And this is the basic reason why Nigeria is sick till today, because its educational system is sick. So because our educational system is not healthy, it's very, should I say, educational system is sick, is ill, until it's revitalized, until it is taken to a proper hospital and treated. That is the only way our system can begin to boom. Imagine our economic system is having problem, and most of our youth that will handle the economy of this nation are in the university studying economics and statistics, accounting, and so forth and so on. And you find out that at the end of every semester, these persons, there is half of the semester is taken by strike, and when they come back, the only strike is cut off, they come back, the next thing is you go to exams or and write. And some lecturer will be magnanimous in their doing by giving them a D just to pass over, because they don't want to have a whole load of work of marking. I don't know if I get him. Just give them a D.
Yes.
Bello, let my
Yes.
people go, as they call it.
Yes.
It's only some of us that may just likely want to go for further research or have been reading at home before we resume school. I will tell you that 40% of what we know now is not as a result of what we learned in school. It's as a result of what we researched in by ourselves, of which the school is saddled with responsibility of training us to be perfect in that area. Now, if those who are meant to study these economic problems, their dreams or their curriculum are shortcut as a result of strike, how will the economy be booming? The big question is you see that the system has a long way to go, because I know that when you employ them, you now send them to maybe what we call retraining education, just to retrain them and all that. They may just employ them, just be there, be in the office, make decision and all that. And when you don't have a good education, you can't make a good decision as far as
Yeah.
it has to do with macro economy. You must be able to be educated, you must be sound, you must be versatile to make
Yeah.
a healthy decision for a nation. That is why you see we having all these loopholes in our economy today. Because most people see in the helm of affairs and ministers, though they are educated, but they were not properly educated. I will say it. And after the education, if you're educated and you're holding a position at the national level, it is expected that you make research at least twice in a year to be able to increase your knowledge, know what is happening around you, how to
Yes.
settle these problems. How do we settle this problem? Okay, yeah, Nigeria is short of food. People are hungry. They don't even know that. They don't even know, because they don't even make research, because they don't even come out. They don't even ask questions. And that's why somebody will come and tell you that, oh, I'm not sure Mr. President is aware of the strike for how many months. And the Minister of Labour will come and say, oh, Asuu did not inform us of anything like strike. We are not aware of it. The same strike that Asuu categorically stated they are going to do a suffocating strike, warning for about 1 week. They were saying it. Our Minister of Labour was not informed that the strike will take place. He says he's not aware. Please, our ministers, if you are not good in listening to news in social media, please employ youth that will help you to be managing them, so that you'll be getting information. So you'll not come and be
Yeah.
telling us news that when some people who are outside the country will hear, they will now come back to us and say, these people are just messed up. You cannot boldly communicate with a foreigner. But as you say you're a Nigerians, you become like, how will I say it? You become like you'll be discriminated immediately. The fact that the word is Nigeria, you'll be discriminated immediately. That is how bad the system has gone. That sometimes when our Nigerians wants to get
Lord,
something from foreigners, they have to lie of their identity. They have to lie of who they
yes,
are, where they come from. And this is the height of it all. For you to hide your identity, for you to hide who you are, for you to come out and say, no, I am not this, I'm not that. Some people will even claim to be Ghanaian than to be Nigerians. It's not as bad as that. Some people
so
even
bad.
like to claim that they are Kenyan than claim that they are Nigerians. So you see, the system is deteriorated. We cannot go far from that. The only way we can do this is that go back to those international organizations where Nigerians belongs, like UNESCO. What happened to Nigeria applying that UNESCO's educational budget from their national budget? Now they are pumping money in security, yet security is getting worse day by day. See, the problem is that we tend to solve the problem without solving the root of the problem. The root of the problem is education. Because when you educate somebody and he enters the police force, he knows that human life is valued. Unlike what we are seeing. Nigerian police can crack gun anytime and shoot you. I can remember the Niger Delta students that went to NPDC workshop and there were some issues that happened there due to their material needed for the workshop that was not provided. Some people were trying to play some shenanigans towards the workshop.
Yes,
The students took heels to the NPDC to tell them in Benin City to tell them that this was not what we agreed. We wrote you a letter requesting for this. How can you come and start giving us workshop with just flash? That this workshop is something that we need to research over and over. We need something like laptop to
yes,
continue the research. Only for them to send their hoodlums. And we call them hoodlums, called police to come and start shooting students and eventually shoot one University of Benin student, Juliana Martins. And it took police 6 months to investigate that thing, only for them to come up and be talking stories that she sustained injury, and I was not asking the police investigator what kind of injury did this innocent girl sustain that made she cannot even walk without a walking stick as we speak today. It's
just
as bad as
imagine.
that because these policemen are not well educated. They can shoot, you can give police 5,000 to go and shoot somebody, you will shoot the person and tell you the person was a criminal. You can easily
Yes,
induce our security operatives and they will carry that out without even looking back. So the system is it's not just in the educational system. It has deteriorated far beyond what we can imagine. That you see when somebody tell you, you say Nigeria, I mean Nigerian, you see like 10 people around the person say don't know what you are saying. I don't believe in this fucking country. That's just it. Our country has been seen, in fact, they've seen as nothing. The country is just there. And everything that is happening to this nation boils down to poor educational system, whether we like it or not. Because for you to have a good security system, you must have a good educational system. For you to have a good economical system, you must have educational. Everything is embedded in education. Then I want to
yes,
also say our curriculum are moribund. Our curriculum does not have contemporary issues. The content, the curriculum that we are using today does not cannot solve our immediate need. I don't know if you are getting. Does not cannot solve our immediate needs. So it's like we are
yes,
using a moribund, archaic curriculum. And what is the cause of
yes,
this? Lecturers are not reimbursed. Our curriculum planners, I don't know if they are educationists. And if the education is, are they well equipped to carry this curriculum planning? That's another thing. They may know what they are doing, but are they properly equipped to carry research and do what we call current issues on education and then apply it in our curriculum? That's why you see some things with like online marketing will just come. A lecturer will be seeing it as if it's fraud. That's
yes,
not the truth because our curriculums are moribund, they are archaic, they are old, they need revitalizing, we need current issues, current phenomenon to be attended in our curriculum today so that people can fit in the problem of the nation. Somebody will just graduate a particular department, and when it comes out, things are very new to that person. Can't be
Yeah.
able to express it or his or herself in that situation. I went to you see when you go to LYC camp, uh, they start teaching you entrepreneurship skills in
Yeah.
LYC camp, and they will tell you that there's no job in the nation, in the country. The question is, why can't job be provided? Why can't job be provided? We consume more in this country than exportation. I was thinking
Yeah.
that this country at this point in time should be having more of industrialization, where youth can be working, exportation can be going on rather than importation. This country has gone bad that you see a Nigerian exporting crude oil and importing the finished goods. It doesn't make sense. I want to just set an example in that regard. When you
Yes.
export crude oil and import the finished goods, you are like a farmer who goes to her farm, planted cassava, uprooted the cassava, and sold the cassava to somebody who bought the cassava and use it to make
Yeah.
garri. Then
Yeah.
you, the person that put the cassava, will now go and buy that garri. Maybe the person
Fun.
bought the cassava at the rate of 10,000, and when you're coming to buy the
Yeah.
garri, the person will tell you, I'm selling 20,000. So who is losing? Is you that put your whole strength on planting it, your whole strength on harvesting it, your whole strength of taking it to the market, and she only bought the strength of what? Buying it, peeling it, and just turning it into your finished
Yeah.
goods. And you sold it at 10,000 and you're buying it at 20,000. How has that profited you, the producer? The resource manager, how has it profited you? That is what is killing this nation. That is where our resources are going. We are making wrong decisions. The economists who are among us as ministers, they are not even seeing it where we are seeing it. And when we keep talking here, they will say we are just talking. We are just talking. But the truth of the matter is that this is the truth. As Nigeria as it is, but since we got our independence in 1960, by now we're supposed to have our refineries. And we're supposed to even be
Yeah.
exporting finished goods to other African countries if
Country.
possible.
Yes.
So they're saying that even our network are not even being managed by us. Majority of Nigeria use MTN. MTN is not a Nigerian product.
It's not.
DSTV is owned by Nigeria, is owned by a South African. Everybody, Nigerians are subscribing to it. The resources, the only thing that we get from DSTV in this country is just the tax, nothing more. Nigeria once has high TV. How high TV was killed, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know how high TV came in and how it went out, and that was a Nigerian network. So the system has really gone bad. So if we must actually revitalize this system, first of all, let's go back to UNESCO for educational system and take that 26% and measure up. Then secondly, let's go to industrialization and start producing, start exporting. We have people who are capable. Is there in Nigeria that we have
Yeah.
civil engineering, production engineering as a department in our universities? Yet when we want to repair our road, we go and import Lebanese, and they'll come and be doing the road. Not that they will be the one turning this thing. All they will tell you that this way you pour it, this how you pour it, this how you pour it. These are the same thing that our engineers are reading in school. So you see, our resources are being mismanaged in all ramification. That's just the basic problem of this country: management of resources to the last. So I want to just stop here to say that the only way this system can be good is that we should promote education. We should promote education because a healthy nation depends on a healthy nation depends on healthy education. Insecurity is as a result of poor education, because where there is education, you will see people get into crime, because crime is as a result of what? Poor education. Nowadays you can see somebody will tell you, I'm doing Yahoo as a profession. There's nothing wrong with it. Even our insecurity, yes, so even our insecurity, even our security security, some of our security personnel are even abating these crimes. It's not that I don't think there are people that are checkmating our security system. Because if they are, it's not that most of them are abating this crime. One of my friends was telling me 3 days ago, before days ago, that there was a day police stopped him and his brother at a particular point when we just passed, that they block POS and asked him to transfer 250,000 naira or they will kill and bury them here. They are not
It's
robbing our
true.
boys.
It happens.
That's just the truth. He said he has to transfer the money. What will he now do that as this place is lonely? That we don't really know those who are genuinely doing their security work and those who are not doing their genuine security work. So that's it. The system is really dead. That's just the truth. We don't know what to do. Even those that are parading themselves as aspirants as presidency, that serve in one capacity or the other, who have failed in that capacity, are coming out as president. I will not take, I don't know. I know some people are clamoring for our best president to come as the next president simply because he's a professor. Professor my left foot. A professor with that capacity is not a professor. Honestly, it's just a misguided professorship. First of all, our vice president is a lawyer, and yet we don't have rule of law in Nigeria. He's a professor, education is dying. He's a pastor, Christians are being killed, and nothing has been said about it. And he's the one that manages our economy by his duty. Yeah, the economy is dead, and he's coming out as president. Come and do what? Please, sir. If the vice president was true to himself, and like people will say, he's just a vice president, he cannot do more than he can do. The truth of the matter is, in any capacity I am serving, for those who know me, if I am not effective, I will resign. That is for clarity. For clarity, I will resign and say, oh, I cannot function in this capacity because there are power that be. So that when I'm coming for a higher position, people will say, oh, this person has integrity. You cannot be in the midst of mess and single yourself out. It's not possible. It's not possible. If everything is messed up, you are also messed up because you said nothing about it and you did nothing about it. So there are ministers of labor, those that are buying from, you know, for political reasons. They know they are not going anywhere because they have failed us over and over again. I'm not a partisan. I'm not a partisan. I only support those who has integrity and has done what they are supposed to have done. But when you have opportunity of serving and you fail to serve, we will tell you where you get it, where you got it wrong. It's as good as that. Please, we need our education to be utilized for the system to even start working first. Is there education first? Because when you educate somebody, you will not carry gun. You will not go into cyber crime. You will not go into so many things because education will tell him that this life you are taking or this money you are taking from somebody is actually bad. It doesn't make sense. Okay, you make a living and all that. And again, to also make this system work is the ability of our minimum wage to wage our expenses. If your minimum wage cannot wage your expenses, that's where you see civil servants going into crime. How can somebody be receiving 33,000 as the minimum wage and bag of rice is at the rate of 35,000 naira and bag of beans at the rate of 40-something thousand naira, and he has about 3 kids who are in the university that will pay more than 45,000 naira every semester? That means his wages are not measuring up to his expenses. That's where you see crime. You can't even pay your bills. The landlord is disturbing you. Your NEPA bill, they usually cut your lights. You begin to beg NEPA because you cannot meet up. Not that you are not willing to pay, but because your minimum wage are not able to wage your expenses. So these are where the problems lies. Thank you.
All right. Everyone should. I want to thank you so much. Thank you very much, Comrade Abasi. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. At least I believe that many of us have learned from your speech today. For me, before we round up right now, I'm just going to let the youth to know that this is it. We have the opportunity right now to change it. We can change the narrative right away. 2023 is around the corner. Vote wisely. For those of you who sit at home, normally say, I don't care, I'm not going to vote for anybody. You are still punishing yourself. Sitting at home is not going to change anything at all. And leaving the house, vote for the wrong person is not changing anything at all. So you coming up, it's like if this pains is really affecting us deeply, I believe this is the time for Nigerians to take a decision, a proper decision, a decision that will beautify our life, our future. But if we got this wrong, trust me, we all will dwell in these continuous pains for the next 8 years. Remember, these people, when they are done with their tenure, they don't just go like that. They don't give power up like that. They give it to the next person they want as the president. That means in most cases, they might end up ruling us for the next 16 years. Please, Nigerians, we are talking the most things that is affecting us right now. We should focus on it and take the rightful decision. Thank you very much, everyone. I thank those of you that tried to join us, the comrades. The network were not very pleasing. It's unfortunate that some of you could not contribute how it's supposed to be. That is not my fault. It's still the fault of this devilish government that we're still talking about right now. So we need to round up right now. I will give leftists. Okay, we have our comrade Machar joining us again. Let's see if your network is good now. Comrade Machar, talk to us. Good evening to you. Good afternoon to you. How are you doing today? Comrade Machar, can you hear me? You need to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, please be audible, my brother. So how are you doing? Where are you joining us from? Are you joining us from Benin?
Joining from Delta State, for me to be precise.
Okay, from Delta State. Thank you very much. Please talk to us. What is your take on this Asuu strike?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear us? Wow, the network is bad. Comrade Machar, we are struggling. It's so sad. The network is bad. Yes, the network is very, very, very bad. He tried so many times. He tried his best. It's not his fault. It's still the fault of the government. Let's round up right now. Lefties, please, use 1 minute to talk to us and let's round up.
I think our silence has done us more danger than we expected it to be. I think for me, we'll start talking. We need to talk and talk and talk and involve in the system. If we are just complaining about the system and without being active, that means we are not actually contributing our quota. I think this evil has been done to us because we'll be silent over years. Definitely, by constitution, sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria. And they are not our masters. We are the real master because the real strength lies on the street. We are the real strength. They are nobody because you cannot reign over dead wood or dead trees. But the fact is that we must continue to interrogate the system and ensure that we'll get the right people on the seat of affairs. That is my contribution for now. Or to start doing this, we are going to start having the same problem over and over again. I think I have to give kudos to the great students of University of Benin, Koma and Aunchi, who have took it upon themselves to say enough is enough. Over years, students have been keeping quiet. And I wish to appreciate the SUG president of UNIBEN, Fusta Amadi. I wish to appreciate every one of you. You, the dogged, what is her name? Confident. She's a boss lady, my bro.
I can see that. I can see that.
She's a boss lady. You need to see her. In fact, I've given her a name, the street lecturer.
She is.
Thank you very much. Let me just end on that for now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I can see Comrade Machar is still trying to join us. Let's try in one more because we're supposed to round up right now. Comrade Machar, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful, Comrade Machar. Please talk to us. What is your take? Can you express your pains to us about this Asuu strike?
It's very painful. It's very painful that a nation as Nigeria will give less concern to the educational sector Because if it's other sectors, you would have seen the government coming to negotiate with them. But once it comes to educational sector, they don't even care about it. For how long now? The negotiation process has been on and off. There has been no concrete agreement on this Asuu issue. It has been years, even before I was born. Asuu has been going on strike. Up till now, Asuu is still on strike. Why not just sort this thing once and for all? But I see it boils back to the student and the youth, because we elect these leaders who are not concerned, who are who uses first living certificate as a certificate to contest for positions. What do you expect from them? So we need to stand up. We need to stand up to our rights. First of all, electing leaders that will actually value the educational sector, because it's dying away, it's fading away. Nobody cares. Even the Minister of Education does not even care about if the students are in class or not. Our parents also does not care, because if they care, they will think about the future of the children before they go into election, before they vote for people. This thing has been lingering for years. I studied 4 years course. I studied it for 6 years. And the solution to all this is good leadership. That is the solution to all this. Good governance. If we can be able to bring in people who value education, believe me, we will not have any issues to go on strike again for. So we call on this current strike. We call on our parents, our siblings, everybody. We should put hand together on deck to make sure we elect good people to sit. If we elect someone who is educationally inclined, he will appoint people who are educationally inclined also as Minister of Education and the rest. When you elect people who are not educationally inclined, they appoint their likes into the educational sector, and that will not help the educational sector in this country. I want to commend once again the university students for raising their voice against this, because that has gone a long way. You've seen the Minister of Education coming to plead with us that negotiation will resume next week. And he should also apologize to the students, not just Asuu. He needs to apologize to the students for keeping us at home for months. So I want to commend the Uniben students, Uniben president, all comrades.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Can see this network is wavering again. Thank you very much, Comrade Masha. No, we can't hear you anymore.
And speak. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah. What other institution to also join the Uniben students? Let it amount to that of the NSAS. Though no life will be lost this time. But let it be amount to that level of NSAS protest. That is when the government will actually listen to us. We need to end this Asuu strike once and for all. I lost personally as the Nahu's vice president South. I lost almost 10 students because of this strike. If classes were on, they will not be traveling. I lost 5 students a day in same vehicle that traveled all the way from their university down to other place. They died in the sport together. If classes were on, all these things will not be happening. You see the younger ones in the street, you advise them to go to school. They tell you, how would I go to school? My brother and my sister that have been in school for years are still there. How will I go to school? How do you encourage me to go to school? Like, the government is not actually helping us. They are bringing more hoodlums into the streets. You are bringing the nation to danger the more, because education has actually brought out some persons from the streets. So let's encourage ourselves by voting people who will actually take the educational sector to the next level. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Comrade Mata. I really appreciate you still managed to join us. Yes, I just hope that we can change the narrative. As next week they're going to hold a talk with the students. Let's see what they are going to talk about Nigeria government. Thank you very much, every one of you, for your time, for your contribution. Appreciate you all. we need to round up right now. We never thought that we're going to stay this long. Please, for those of you on the comment section, I want to appreciate every one of you. Don't forget to click on this link, copy it, and take it with you. You know, help us to share so that our voice can go far, our plight be heard. You know, appreciate every one of you. Like this channel. If you know that is your first time on this channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. Thank you very much, Comrade Abasi. In fact, you made my day. I listened to you. I enjoyed listening to you, to be honest. Thank you very much, every one of you. For the comrade that couldn't join us, I understand. You know, the network is not pleasing in Nigeria. Leftist Amausa, thank you for all this. I appreciate you for this. We need to go right now. Take care, my people. Have a good weekend. Bye for now.